In 1453, Rome did not fall with thunder. It fell with fire. For over 1,000 years, Constantinople stood as the last remnant of the Roman Empire. Empires had risen and collapsed around it. Kingdoms had burned. Dynasties had vanished. But this city endured. Its walls were legendary. Its domes gleamed above the Bosporus. Its legacy stretched back to Caesar and Constantine. It was not the Rome of gladiators and marble forums. It was the Rome that refused to die. And on May 29, 1453, that Rome ended. Outside its massive walls stood a 21-year-old ruler. His name was Mehmed II. Young, ambitious, relentless. He ruled the rising Ottoman Empire, and he believed destiny had chosen him to capture Constantinople, a city that had resisted invasion for centuries. For nearly 1,100 years, the city survived. Arabs had tried, Bulgars had tried, Crusaders had tried. Even when Western Europe fractured and the ancient Roman world faded, Constantinople remained. Protected by the Theodosian walls, a triple-layered defense system of stone, towers, and deep moats, the city was considered nearly invincible. Those walls had stopped entire armies. But warfare had changed. Gunpowder had arrived, and Mehmed understood that history now favored innovation. He hired an engineer named Urban, who designed enormous cannons unlike anything Europe had seen. One of them was nearly 8 meters long. It fired massive stone balls weighing hundreds of kilograms. When it fired, the ground shook. For the first time in history, ancient walls faced weapons built to destroy them. On April 6, 1453, the siege began. Nearly 80,000 Ottoman soldiers surrounded Constantinople. Inside the city, there were fewer than 7,000 defenders. Among them were Byzantine troops, foreign volunteers, and Genoese soldiers. Supplies were limited. Reinforcements from Western Europe were uncertain. Leading them was Emperor Constantine XI. He knew the numbers, he knew the odds, but surrender was not an option. For 53 days, cannons roared against the walls. Smoke filled the air, stone shattered, dust covered the skyline. Each night, the defenders repaired the damage as best they could. Each day, the bombardment resumed. Still, the city stood. Constantinople had one final advantage. A massive iron chain stretched across the entrance to the Golden Horn, blocking Ottoman ships from entering the harbor. This protected the northern side of the city from naval assault. Mehmed faced a problem, so he made a decision that stunned even his own commanders. He ordered his ships to be dragged over land. Using wooden rollers, animal fat for lubrication, and sheer manpower, Ottoman forces moved dozens of ships across hills and forests under cover of darkness. By morning, the impossible had happened. Ottoman ships floated inside the Golden Horn. The city was now surrounded from every direction. Hope began to fade. As weeks passed, the walls weakened, food supplies dwindled, exhaustion consumed the defenders. On the night of May 28th, Emperor Constantine XI addressed his troops for the final time. He reminded them of their ancestors, of their faith, of their duty. He knew the end was near. Before dawn on May 29th, the final assault began. Wave after wave of Ottoman soldiers charged the breached sections of the wall. Cannons thundered, arrows filled the sky, hand-to-hand combat erupted at the gates. The battle was brutal and chaotic. At some point during the fighting, Emperor Constantine XI removed his imperial insignia. He refused escape. He chose to fight as a soldier among his men. He disappeared into the battle. His body was never officially identified. With him, the Byzantine Empire died. By mid-morning, Ottoman forces broke through the defenses. The banner of the Ottoman Empire rose above the city. After more than 11 centuries, the last remnant of Rome had fallen. Mehmed II entered Constantinople not as a destroyer of ruins, but as a conqueror claiming destiny. He rode through the city and arrived at Hagia Sophia, the grand cathedral that had symbolized Byzantine power and Christian authority for nearly 1,000 years. Inside, civilians had gathered in fear. Mehmed ordered the structure preserved. Soon after, it was converted into a mosque. The skyline of the city would change. So would the balance of power. Constantinople would become the capital of the Ottoman Empire, a rising global force that would dominate trade, politics, and warfare for centuries. But the consequences of 1453 did not stop at the city walls. The fall of Constantinople disrupted major trade routes between Europe and Asia. Spices, silk, and luxury goods now moved under Ottoman control. European kingdoms, seeking alternatives, began searching for new sea routes to the east. Within decades, explorers sailed into unknown waters. Columbus crossed the Atlantic. Vasco da Gama reached India by sea. The age of exploration began. Some historians argue that scholars fleeing Constantinople carried ancient Greek manuscripts westward, contributing to the intellectual awakening of the Renaissance. A single siege accelerated the transformation of the medieval world into the modern one. 1453 was not just the fall of a city. It was the end of the Middle Ages, the end of Rome's final chapter, and the beginning of a new global order. Today, the city is called Istanbul. Its skyline still bridges east and west. Mosques rise where cathedrals once stood. Empires have come and gone, but the moment remains. May 29th, 1453, the day Rome fell.